What's up, y'all? It's your girl Dime Aki, and as you can see, a girl is here cleaning up because today's video is about, the closest thing to God is cleaning. And as you see, the girl is getting her jam on because, cleaning is not all about boredom. It's not, you gotta have fun with it because if you don't have fun with it, your ass ain't gonna wanna do it, period. But yeah, I just thought it was important to do a video because I just noticed by like how cleaning, being clean, cleaning up, keeping my home clean, tidied up from clutter and everything, you know, it yeah, but I just noticed that it just helped me to, welcome new things into my life. Cleaning, honestly, it helped me to manifest. Like, it helped me to manifest this apartment that I'm staying in right now, that I'm cleaning up, tidying up right now. A year and a half ago, I was, me and my mom, we were staying together, and oh my goodness, like I was ready to get my own spot. I got 3 kids. Hell, it's time. Everybody, real quick, say hey to Key. This Kiara. This who y'all be hearing in the background, making noise during my videos. That's my little one. That's my baby, y'all. But yeah, as I was just saying, I was just like, 3 kids. It's time to get my own spot. So instead of just sitting and bullshit, not feeling good by myself, being depressed, like, because with the economy, I was thinking like, how is it gonna happen? As y'all can see, I'm getting my groove on again. Your girl gonna dance, she gonna jam, because I'm just goofy like that. I like to have fun like that. But like I was saying, let me get back on the course. Like I was saying, what I noticed, um like when I was staying with my mom, I started just decluttering, kept my stuff up, kept laundry folded and things like that. Cause girl, I was I was the type that would do my laundry, but clothes would sit. Clothes would sit, for maybe a week before I folded them. But no, I just stayed on top of my shit. And before you know it, look at me. Look at me. I'm cleaning up my own house, my own home. You know what I mean? So cleaning it, like I said before, it most definitely is the closest thing to God, and cleaning helps you manifest. I realized, like, I just realized, like, in my mind, when my mind is cluttered and I'm just all over the place in my mind and just things like that, guess what? It shows as a reflection in my home. And as you see, I'm finna get ready to get these dishes going. Get these dishes, wet that rag. I use 2 separate rags for my stuff. To wipe the counter down, and I use a separate rag to do my dishes with. And for me, I like to pour a little bit of I like to wash my dishes with hot water, and I like to pour a little bit of blatch. I call it blatch over here, okay? Just to, get the dish. I don't know. I do it here and there. I don't always do it every time I wash dishes. But yes, what's going on in the inside of your mind is usually what's going on the outside of yourself. And you see it a lot in your home. Them clothes that need to be down folded, them dishes that need to be washed, you know what I mean? Your bathroom that need to be clean, and just things like that, making sure things is organized and stuff like that. And usually when, like, say my closet is out of whack or something like that, usually, like, when I get to the point where I cleaned my closet out, guess what? It's equivalent to like something I'm going through personally. You know, it's equivalent to like baggage that I'm releasing. You know what I mean? So that's just what I realized with cleaning. You feel me? So tap into it, get into it. Don't it feel good like when you go out, or you go out for the day and you come back home and your home is clean, versus coming back home to just all of this clutter all over the place. You got to come back home, you got to wash dishes, you got to pick shit up out the floor. No, you know what I mean? So like, when your environment, when it's clean and everything, things around you is clean, it just shows a reflection of what's going on inside. So, and when I say cleaning is the closest thing to God, what I mean by that is when First of all, for you to be used in any kind of way, you gotta be as pure as you can be, and that's including your home. You know what I mean? And when your home is, a reflection of more clarity comes in. You know what I mean? You can hear that higher voice. You can hear your higher self speak to you more clearly. So that's another thing. You can hear whatever God is to you, whatever your understanding of God. You can hear that voice a lot clearly. You can be used more. So that is another reason why it's important to, keep your home clean, because it's that one way of getting in contact to like the higher power. Also, for me, I know people dread cleaning, but honestly, and I ain't gonna lie, shit, I be dreading that shit too. I be going back and forth like, shit, I'm not finna sweep this damn floor today. Shit, I'm not finna do this damn laundry today. And try be doing it. Be doing it because honestly, I've kind of like made it part of like my routine. So I'm just, it's like it's part of my cycle. It's part of the rhythm that I already got going and flowing. But one thing I notice is like when I start cleaning, it's like it just makes me more present. You know what I mean? So when it's so true, and there's so much power in being present. And honestly, what can help you become more present is when you start tapping back into the simple and the little things, like cleaning your home, cleaning your car, reading the book, different things like that. I'm finna go ahead and toss. See this laundry? I'm finna go ahead. I'm finna slam dunk this shit right up in here. Look, bear going around. Ooh, boom, ha, right up in there. I just love it. And that's the thing. You gotta have fun with it. Because honestly, it's like a stress reliever for me. It makes me, like I said, it makes me grounded. It brings me back to the present. You know what I mean? Throw that shit in that dime. You got it. But, ooh, y'all see that wall. Y'all see that wall. Don't play with her. You see her. But yeah, that's me just, starting on the bathroom. I like to kind of start my bathroom with dusting my rugs off first, and then I go in with a sweep. Y'all gonna see it. But what was I saying? Yeah, just pretty much like, it's like a stress reliever. It makes me calm. You know what I mean? So one thing I learned with things like responsibilities that we gotta do, chores and things like that, romanticize your chores. If you cleaning up, light a candle, put on some music or whatever, romanticize it, make it more intimate, so you can, before you know it, you'll be finished cleaning. Shit, there go that pine sol. Ooh, I love that purple pine sol. It smells so good. And after this, I'm gonna throw a little bleach in, and you just gotta throw a little bleach up in that shit. My mama black, you hear me? And I remember growing up in a house, and oh my goodness, my mama used to use the hell out of that damn bleach. My eyes hate to see that damn bleach coming, because baby, burn, baby, burn. Yes, but let me tell you about this little shower head. When I say it makes it so much easier to clean your bathroom walls so you don't be leaving no residue and shit. Yes, so I ended up buying that shower head, and I had my daddy to apply it because, but I also know that they do have like a tool or something like that you can use to actually, that is not necessarily maybe a shower head, I don't know, but you can use it to spray down them walls. You hear me? So that's just really why I like this shower head. But yeah, another thing that I also realized with cleaning, girl, can you see a girl is hot? A girl is hot. We had to take a break. We had to take a water break. But another reason why it's so important, to clean is because honestly, it changes the environment in your home for your children, if you have children. And if it's just you, it's going to give a good vibe and shit like that to your home environment. But what I noticed from my kids is that it just creates I see a change in their behavior sometimes, most of the time, because, I just got some, ain't that so cute, y'all? But I got some off the chain children. But it does help in their behavior. It does help how, they respond and their energy, when my home is clean. So that's another thing. The people, it's not just about you, but it's also about the people that's residing in a home with you as well, their well-being, their health too. So Yeah, keep that house clean for them kids if you got them. And that man. And sorry, not sorry, because I just gotta talk about it. I ain't judging it, but I gotta keep this shit a stack. You hear me? What I gotta talk about is the ones that step out the house looking like $1,000,000. I'm telling you, suited and booted from head to the toe, looking fresh as ever. But when you go to their house, they house ain't fresh as ever. That be the part for me. That would be getting me. You know what I mean? Like you step out of that house and you looking the way you look, you would think you're gonna go back to that person's house and their house clean, spotless, looking just like how they look. But baby, you go to their house and their shit is all out of whack. You know what I mean? That be the shit that be getting me. For real. Yeah, now I'm out here, I gotta sweep off my balcony, this is why I spend a lot of time. So it's like I gotta keep this, together too. You feel me? But that be getting me. Like, how do you do that? It's no judgment. But it's just like, people really be out here putting on, but it really don't be like that. So that's just, I get it in a way because I kind of used to slip up and do that kind of, stuff too. But it's just not a good look. Sorry again, but not sorry. It's just a little ass backwards for me. But who am I to say it? You feel me? But yeah. Now I'm just, I just wiping down the windows. I can't, the kids be leaving handprints and stuff, and now I'm getting ready to mop the floor. I love these twisty mops because I don't have to use my hands, so I can just squeeze it out. I use the bathroom sink. I also got like a mop bucket, but I just use the bathroom sink because it's not like we just brush our teeth and things like that in the bathroom sink. So, yep, just going in, doing a little moppity mop. Right there, a little, you see it, just goofy. I'm so damn goofy. Goodness. Why am I so goofy, y'all? I love it, though. Dunking that mop water again. Dunking it. Finna pull it up, and y'all, look at this shit. I think when I did, you can see in my eyes that I realized I had to snap the shit. I was like, damn. Of course, I'm doing all this recording and stuff like that. Now you tell me I don't pop the damn mop. Look at that, bro. Had to stop and go get another mop. Now, let me tell you something funny about this mop. I ended up breaking this damn mop too, but I said, you know what? The hell with that. I am not gonna go back to the store and get another damn mop. So what I did, I used that mop and I made it do what it do. You hear me? Cause that's what we gonna do around here. Look, that's how we players roll around here. But shit, yeah, 2 mops don't stop no show over here. But yeah, almost finished. Now I'm just sweeping, not sweeping shit, but mopping this floor up, in my bathroom. That's the last thing I mop up is the bathroom floor, But yup, almost finished. Can't wait. Now I'm, just getting the sink cleaned on up because I'm finished mopping, Gotta clean the sink up. Can't have no nasty shit. Let me stop cussing. Can't have no nasty stuff on the countertop. So just cleaning that up. Then I'm going in with it, cleaning up the mirror. Kids like to splash their little hands on the mirror and stuff. Putting the rugs in the laundry, in the washer, getting them washed up. And with my rugs, after they finish washing, I put them up on the balcony. I let them hang on the balcony until the air dry. And yes, you got a stage. That's how I end my cleaning, is with my sage. But I just did this video and I just hope it inspired somebody to just want to take care of their home more, because again, the home is the closest thing to God and it shows a reflection of what's going on in your mind. But thank you for watching this video. Again, it's your girl Dime Key. Drop our key in the chat. AHQUI. That's how we spell that thing. Blisses. Peace. I'm out. Mwah.